I know that there can be a lot of challenges in financing laundromats for various reasons. So what do people need to know upfront about financing a laundromat?
Sure. I think one of the biggest misperceptions about financing in the laundry industry is that if somebody has good credit, if they have a 700 credit score or an 800 credit score, they think they can just get right in and they qualify for financing. Well, anybody that gets into the business is going to understand right away that, yes, that is a very important part. Okay. Bringing cash to the table is also another very important part because as an investor, you don't want to see somebody say, hey, how can I get the most amount of financing possible? Right. Mm-hmm. If you believe in the project and we collectively say, hey, it's a great idea, we want to see at least some level of skin in the game. Okay. So liquid assets are very important, need to be brought to the table. Additionally, the financing process is holistically a package of the credit of the individuals as well as the project itself. So for example, if you're going to buy a location, that is a major part of the overall financing package. It's just not, hey, I have good credit, I have some money, I've heard that this is a good investment. It's, hey, let's dive into this location or locations and see what the pros and the cons are of these locations, right? So, there's a lot of things that go along with that as well. When we go with entrepreneurs and we're working with them to dive into this whole credit process, right? It's very important that we understand all of the financials that have come in from the existing owners. And too many times I've heard that the owners are selling because they want to spend more time with their grandkids. Okay. Mm-hmm. That's normally not the case. It could be a contributing factor, but there's something else going on. So what is the big unknown? So that's our job. So I think, from an investor that comes into the business, it's not just let me send you some bank statements, let me send you some tax returns, let me send you, a personal financial statement and application. It's, hey, Chris, I've got a possibility on a location here that really does very well. Here are the numbers. It's making X number of dollars per year. Let's get into it. And that's the beginning of the process, Jordan. Okay. That is not the end, like, oh, sounds great. Let's go ahead and get you some money. Mm-hmm. All right. I would also suggest to investors, one of the biggest challenges is when you think you want to get into the business is that you want to fall in love with the first location that you see right away. And most times the first location, you're going to learn the most about your due diligence and you're going to learn so much about the business as a whole just through going through that due diligence process. So again, it's sometimes challenging for investors that get in because they really think that they want to fall in love with something. But I'll give you a perfect example of that right there with COVID. I mean, we've had a lot of customers that you would think would never have slowed down on payments, right? College town laundromats, for example. I mean, look what happened. That totally changed everything. You would think, oh my gosh, I mean, colleges are gold mines. That's just one example, Jordan. But I think that the perception that you're just going to send in some financial information, that's really the start of the process. Really, we dive in with you, with the investors, with the entrepreneurs to say, hey, let's educate you on this. Let's look at the numbers. Let's ask the seller some serious questions and let's see if we can make it happen. So I would say that those are a couple of things off the bat that, should be known to any investor that wants to get in. And again, we have the same level of passion to make sure they're successful. We don't want to say no. We don't want to say no because if we say no, there's no money for us to be made, right? Yeah, we want to say yes. So I think those are a couple of things that stick out right off the top of my head.
Yeah, but you want to say yes to the right deal, right? You want to say yes 100%. To something that's going to do, that's going to be a positive for the owner because, again, you want to make money. So if you say yes to the wrong deal, then you're not making money. The owner's not making money. Nobody wins, and it's just not a good situation. And that's what I like about it, that you're aligned in what you're looking for in that way.
Yep.